Well, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to begin a perennial flower garden. I love creating, or I've desired for years to create a perennial garden so I can have fresh cut herbs and flowers all of the spring, summer, and fall season. So here I am, I'm showing you this landscaping brick that I picked up at my local hardware store, and right now I'm just leveling it all out. This is very time consuming and a lot of work, but it is rewarding when it's over. So you want to make sure everything is completely leveled, and I'm using a level here, and I'm using paver sand too as well to help level all of this out. And this took me pretty much all day to do one side behind my back patio deck, and then another whole day to do the other side. So there was some digging that was involved because of the grass that was there prior. And once I had all of this placed, the second layer I put on top, and I use glue to adhere both pieces so the top layer doesn't slip and slide, or if someone accidentally stands on it or a small child is around it, it doesn't land on their foot. Deciding on a space on where you want to put your perennials, I find to be the hardest, because you want to examine the space. Notice when you get sun and when you don't get sun, how much shade you do get. This particular area where I've decided to put my perennials, I get full sun most of the day except for early morning or late in the evening, and that will in turn, my perennial flowers will thrive. Okay, now I'm arranging what I actually want to plant in my perennial garden. So I've decided on rose bushes, lily of the valley, also some bees balm. I also planted delphinia, poppies, and I wanted to plant things in my perennial garden that I actually think are beautiful as fresh cut flowers, along with things that are beneficial, such as bees balm for teas and different holistic benefits. So here I'm just arranging and rearranging. That was probably the hardest part, deciding on where I wanted to plant everything. I do want to mention, when you are planting, you want to make sure you dig a hole that's twice as big of the plant, tree, perennial, vegetable, whatever you are growing. So you really have to dig deep to get that in there so it's nice and rooted. And you also want to make sure you water it frequently, at least for 2 weeks, as much as you possibly can, once or twice a day for about 2 weeks so it can get really established. Now, when you go ahead and plant everything, sometimes when you're at the nursery or garden center, there's a tag that kind of labels the perennial and gives you some descriptions on how much sun it needs, how much fertilizer it needs, etc., how it's going to grow. You want to kind of save that for reference until you get really used to your perennial that you're planting. When you remove your perennials from the pot, you want to loosen them up and then give them a kind of a good shake in the space that you're going to plant them in, so the roots are not completely compacted and they're able to expand and grow. So basically now I'm filling my perennial garden with fresh dirt. This dirt can be compost dirt or whatnot, and then I'm actually covering it with landscaping paper to prevent weeds so I don't have to use any toxic ingredients in my perennial garden, and then I'm going to cover them with decorative wood chips. So here you have it, the finished product. And I hope this video encourages you and inspires you to get started and create a perennial garden. I'm not going to say this is easy work, but it's easy to design and do. It's just hard labor. So if you enjoy getting back to the basics and you want to create a more simpler lifestyle for not only yourself or your family, stick around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at the end of this video. Like this video if you want me to do more garden videos, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.